Hey guys, and welcome back to Behind the Music, episode 11. And I'm sick as fuck. Uh, but yeah, anyway, we're looking at "Still Breathing" by Green Day. This is a song that's been way overdue. Um, I kind of didn't want to do it only because like it was a lot of work, but I realized I was lazy, so I ended up doing it. And the hardest parts were probably the verse guitars and stuff. But anyway, I think it's probably one of the best covers I released so far, and I hope you did too. Tell me what you thought in the comments. But anyway, as usual, we're just gonna go play through the song, and we're gonna see how it was made. Here we go.
I'm like a child looking off on the horizon. I'm like an ambulance that's turning on the sirens. Oh, I'm still alive. I'm like a soldier coming home for the first time. I dodged a bullet and I walked across a landmine. Oh, I'm still alive. Am I bleeding? Am I bleeding from the storm? Just shine a light into the wreckage so far away, away. 'Cause I'm still breathing. 'Cause I'm still breathing on my own. My head's above the rain and roses, making my way away. 'Cause I'm still breathing. 'Cause I'm still breathing on my own. My head's above the rain and roses, making my way away. My way to you. I'm like a junkie tying off for the last time. I'm like a loser that's betting on his last time. Oh, I'm still alive. I'm like a son that was raised without a father. I'm like another belly keeping it together. Oh, I'm still alive. Am I bleeding? Am I bleeding from the storm? Just shine the light into the wreckage so far away, away. 'Cause I'm still breathing. 'Cause I'm still breathing on my own. My head's above the rain and roses, making my way away. 'Cause I'm still breathing. 'Cause I'm still breathing on my own. My head's above the rain and roses, making my way away, away. As I walked out on the ledge, I'm scared to death to live. I've been running all my life just to find a home that's for the restless, and the truth that's in the message, making my way away, away. Cause I'm still breathing. 'Cause I'm still breathing on my own. My head's above the rain and roses, making my way away. 'Cause I'm still breathing. 'Cause I'm still breathing on my own. My head's above the rain and roses, making my way away. 'Cause I'm still breathing. 'Cause I'm still breathing on my own. My head's above the rain and roses, making my way away. My way to you.
All right. So, this song, probably one of the best Green Day songs ever. Hit me hard, really hit me hard. So you might have noticed I have a new bunch of plugins. So let's just first start with the first sound. So I recorded this guitar, the clean guitar, with a Les Paul guitar. I'm using the middle middle setting of the pickups to get that nice tone, fat tone. And you can listen to that if you want. Listen. And it has a particular stroking pattern. If you were to just do up and down, you won't get the same sound. So you still have to kind of balance this percussive sound with it. The plugins involved, pretty much I just added a little bit of distortion in it. And I cut off some of the low end and some of the mid range to make it sound more like the record. So if I were to just bypass this, it sounds a little bit different. So this 3A, the 3A is just pretty much controlling those peaks. I use this especially for like guitars and clean guitars and stuff. So it's a really nice, really nice. What am I trying to say? Compressor. Sorry, I'm sick. Anyway, the next part was probably the hardest thing to produce. So pretty much I had to record the riffs backwards. So instead of going from like a certain chord progression, I had to play the reverse chord progression and then reverse them using Audio Suite. So I sure to see a little here. I had to reverse it using the reverse Audio Suite. And if I could probably unreverse this. You could probably unreverse and see how it originally sounded. So if I unreversed it, see they end up over here. So I actually had to play it backwards. Right? Then I added some delays using the repeater, and then I printed that out. And then pretty much what I did was just added a little bit more distortion to it using the console to give it more of a lo-fi sound. And the result was this. And I had to automate it myself to get the swells. Now the quarters is like a delay. Not really sure if this is actually in the original record or not, but it's pretty much just adds a little bit more ambience and harmonics to it. So and the whole point of this was just to make sure that the compression is just making sure that the notes don't get lost. So we're just going for a little bit more of a level control on there. For the bridge guitar, where's the bridge guitar? It should be in here somewhere. Got it? Oh, here it is. Okay, it's right here. So the bridge guitar, this is a bridge echo. So pretty much what it was is regular guitar, and I just threw some effects on it. So if I just turn this off, so I already printed a delay into it with the pedal. And what I did was, since I want to get very ambient sound, I'll use the Chris Lord Algae and I'll turn off the direct setting. So it's just the effects. So this is how it sounds with it. And if I were to turn it back on, so since I wanted it to sound ambient, I just turned that off to get it sound like this, right?
'Cause I'm still
Right? The next thing is a chord delay. So this chord delay was in the middle, but it also has its like little panning out to the side. So you can hear how this sounded. This was playing during the pre-chorus. I'm pretty sure I used I think it was a Fender twin reverb to get that sound. The swells. This was the fun part. So using amplitude, there was a swell pedal that I always use to make swells, and pretty much that was that, and a clean setting. So and the chords are the same as the verse chorus, so you're just playing it, but it's just delayed and whatever swells and effects. The cool part I want to show you is this new plugin that just came out for the Everything bundle, and pretty much the Hollywood one, if I can just roll it up here, is based on I guess a mixing console based in Hollywood. But this gives you a very fat sound, good for low end. So I wanted to try it out and see how it sounded with it, and this is how it sounded. Okay, and let's turn it back on. So there's a little bit of fat going on. We did a little bit of that, and then we cut it down a bit so it doesn't sound too distorted. Now, the next one is the guitars here. Guitars played with the P90 pickups with my Les Paul Jr. And yeah, overall it's really good sound. It has a little bit overdriven, but it also has that nice twang as the P90 usually does. So let's hear how that sounds. So yeah, there's a lot of high-end distortion you can hear, but can you hear it in the mix? Let's see, find out. No, you can't. So what this does is it adds thickness. So if I were to take this out, so pretty much what I did was put it on preamp mode, boost up the saturation, and then cut down on the mix. So if I were to just turn this off. It's a lot of mid-range that comes. So if I were to take this out in the mix. Very subtle, very subtle, but it works. Hey, you know what I mean. Extra guitars. So this I use the Les Paul. So let's take a listen to this. So all I really did is just add a little bit more of the mid-range and the 600 area, and a little bit more top end, and added a little bit more drive with the virtual channel. And of course, with any lead guitar, I'll throw in the compressor. So it just adds a little bit more fatness to it. So say here there's palm mutes. Something else to it. Literally just some compression. And also adding, because it sounds a little bit scooped. But it didn't really matter because it's so low in the mix, so I didn't really care. Next part is the woes. So this is actually a group of woes. You can see here there's like 6 overdubs of O's here. And I did the same kind of a thing. So whenever I want to get that ambient effect, I'll throw in on the CLA effects, which is this plugin here. But first I needed to do some work. So I needed to add distortion. So I used the saturation of the New York, which is an API, I believe. And then that was pretty much it. And just cut out the low end and top end. Will it play? I don't think it'll play because, yeah, it won't play. Oh, yes it will. I just do this right here. No, it won't. Fuck. Okay, well. Alright, so we just added a little bit of distortion with this and brought it down, and obviously our CLA effects vocals to making it wide and nice and spacey. Bridge guitar is pretty much, if I were to just take this for example, pretty much just driving a virtual channel really, really hard. Then that's it. That's all it really was. Just driving a virtual channel really hard, getting a nice console saturation. That's it. The pride and joy, the vocals. So if I were to just get this vocal here.
I'm like a child looking off on the horizon.
You should know how I go by now. I use the de-esser, I use a vintage vocal preset, and then I just kind of tweak it to my own. Give it a little bit more bite, cut out some of the crap, boosted up the channel a bit for a little bit more distortion, cut out some of the low end, cut out of the high end. Did stage compression, so you get that more compressed sound, but you aren't having that 1176 work like a fucking madman. And that was it.
I'm like a child looking off on the horizon. I'm like an ambulance that's turning on the sirens. Oh.
And just get that nice little low end, lo-fi sound that Revolution Radio has pretty much going. And the vocal double, same shit, just no de-esser.
Am I bleeding? Am I bleeding from the storm? Just shine a light into the wreckage so far away. 'Cause I'm still breathing. 'Cause I'm still breathing on my my own. My head's above the rain and roses, making my way away. 'Cause I'm still breathing. 'Cause I'm still breathing on my own. My head's above the rain and roses, making my way away.
Yeah, so pretty much same shit, but I just used the C4 because the notes could get a little bit pokey, especially if you're belting into the fucking mic. So yeah, it was that.
Making my way away, 'cause I'm still breathing. 'Cause I'm still breathing on my own.
Let's look at the drums for a sec. So drums, I just added a few more different things this time. So I try, I was trying out the tube collection, might as well. So pretty much I used this one, the fat one, to add some more fat end to the kick. Okay, let's see how the snare, what I did for the snare drum. Okay. Snare drum had a little bit more of the mid-range popping out with the New York. Okay, so the overheads actually had some distortion going on, give it a bit more life, so I used the Hollywood again. Okay, so let's go to the master bus, I guess. So what did I change this time? So let's jump to chorus 3 here, so we just have a nice thing here. So pretty much, yeah, just trying out a whole slew of things. So if you take a look at this, on the master bus, we actually added all 4 console emulations in here, and the result was amazing. So pretty much what I did was just add subtle stages for each one. So this one's giving mid-range, this one's adding that nice fat, oh shit, this is adding that nice fatness, and then this one's adding that low end. And you brought down the mix very, 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 very low, and just adds this fatness that just goes away if you don't have it. So watch, listen to this.
Breathing, 'cause I'm still breathing on my own. My head's above the rain and roses, making my way away. 'Cause I'm still breathing.
See how it just loses like the balls? And I was amazed. I was like, oh shit, this is fucked. Got compression.
Breathing, 'cause I'm still breathing on my own. My head.
Did a little bit of gain changing here because it was kind of loud. I guess I could have done it to the rest, but I don't like when my faders are fucking low. It's hard to like do shit. VTM, usual.
Breathing, 'cause I'm still breathing on my own. My head's above.
And of course, we got the Slate Digital going hard. Then we got the reference mics, that shit, and that's it. Other than that, there was just a lot of automation going on with the effects. So a lot of the effects had different automations. For example, the choruses would jump up higher, lower during the verses, and up higher for that fast, bigger impact that I noticed Andrew Ships is doing on this record a lot. 4080 plate, just making sure it's controlled during the verses and bring it up really high during the choruses to give that spacey sound.
'Cause I'm still breathing. 'Cause I'm still breathing on my own. My head's above the rain and roses, making my.
And that's pretty much it, guys. Yeah, so have fun with this one. I put a lot of work into it, so it's yours to mix, make your own cover. I don't give a shit as long as you credit. But yeah, that is Still Breathing. As usual, you could download the stems in the description below. And I don't think we're gonna do the usual thing for the next video. We're gonna be doing a new cover, something else. You'll find out in a bit. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next time. Bye bye.